So what the functionality we had was supported with ISAM 8, and it works fine with HTTP redirect on ISAM 8. But
Okay.
for ISAM 9, the redirection just gives me a 200 OK. It won't actually send me a response code of 302, which will indicate a redirection, and then even when I pass it the new parameters. For example, if you
Okay.
see these parameters, I'm going to highlight
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
So all these parameters are set within the response body of the post request, which happens from the client, and we have to send a 302 redirect, and we redirect to this URL
Mm-hmm.
slash mga sps auth svc, and we pass this information, and we
Yeah.
set these headers, and we pass the HTTP redirect auth completed as true.
Yeah.
And in under ISAM 8, this redirects perfectly. It opens the protected resource landing page and works fine. But under ISAM 9, it isn't working the way it has to work with HTTP redirect. And that is another the another thing that we were trying to investigate
With
earlier today.
exactly with also with the HTTP redirect. So in HTTP redirect in 8 works and not on 9. Is that what you're saying?
At least with the current functionality that we have provided in the external
Okay.
authentication interface module, in which
Mm-hmm.
we actually add these headers, and
Yeah.
we
Mm-hmm.
put in the it's basically doing everything which works under ISAM 8 for HTTP redirect, but
Yeah.
it isn't working as is with the ISAM 9. And I wanted to check with you if there is something which has changed between ISAM 8 and ISAM 9 on the way that it triggers the MGA SPS auth SVC, and the auth SVC is something which is inbuilt in ISAM. It's again the authentication service, I think, the module that is inside ISAM 8 with the reverse proxy, which takes care of getting the response back from the external authentication interface, validate it, and if it sees that if everything is fine, then it redirects to the protected resource. So
Quickly.
I am
Yeah.
not sure how to actually see whether this module, the auth SVC, is actually working fine or not, or whether the configuration for ISAM 9 for this module has changed from ISAM 8, or maybe I don't know how to really proceed with the investigation here. So I wanted some tips or maybe some pointers from you which would be helpful
Just
for us.
just quickly.
I can also maybe just let me
Yeah.
see if I
Yeah.
have that still open.
Yes, Alt
Sorry.
VC. Okay. Yeah, I was just no, it's okay. It's okay, guys. I was just
I also have
checking.
another window to show. Once you are done
Yeah.
with this, I'll show
Okay.
another
Go.
window.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is a capture from the response that we have. This is a case where we are working on ISAM 9,
Mm-hmm.
and on ISAM 9 you see the request method is post, status
Yeah.
code returned is 200 OK, and in the response headers we have set these URLs. The EI redirect URL, EI user ID, attributes as HTTP redirect auth completed, and the same response is also sent back to the MGA redirect URL for ISAM 8, and there the status code is 302, and it redirects, and then the page opens. I have that response as well. One second, I'll quickly want to see if I have that. Give me a second. Mm, No, I think I closed that window. Oh, no, I think I closed that one. So I don't have that with me right now. But
So,
that
so,
worked
so,
for
so,
me. And
so
if you
basically,
want, I
what
can
you
actually run it through once more if you want to see it running.
so basically what you have done is you go to the SafeNet website login. You're being redirected Is that
Yeah. First we go to the ISAM, and from ISAM because we have mapped a junction, we get redirected to the external authentication interface, which is this junction is the EAI junction
yes, yes,
here,
yes.
and then we have the login page appear. From there we do our authentication, and
Okay.
once we are successfully authenticated, we set the header fields. These three header fields are set, and then we mark
Yeah,
a
yeah, the
flag as
parent.
true,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then we send the redirect URL as this. And apparently, when the redirect should happen, it should go to this URL, and
Mm-hmm.
this URL should actually say that okay, it redirects
I
to it,
would.
and
Okay.
mhm.
Um.
Can show you a successful run if you want.
Okay. 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 So this is probably with yeah with 8.
1 second. 206. I think it's 206. Oops, just a second. Daksh, is it 206 for ISAM 8?
It's 206, but you haven't mentioned the port number.
Oh, sorry, yes. I forgot the port. Okay, so this is a ISAM 8 which runs, and I'm going to put in the user. I have a user by the name of Monica.
Which
So
okay.
this is, I think, 8004.
And we okay. Yeah.
So I've put in the password. This is the internal LDAP which happens. Then it redirects to our authentication page, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see it from here. All these header fields at this
Yeah.
time are
Mm-hmm.
not that important. I'll first of
Yeah.
all try to authenticate. One
Mm-hmm.
second. This is first our external LDAP, which
Yeah.
we do, and then
Mm-hmm.
there is the second factor on the SaaS, the SafeNet
Yeah.
authentication service. I'm going to do this. So now see, once I click here, oops, sorry. Just a second. Daksh, the password is password one.
It's a glitch. It's a glitch.
Oh yes, it's a glitch. I forgot. 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to
43697.
yeah 43697. Okay. So once I do this, you have the failure case already on the first tab, and you
Yep.
see here once we do a redirect, it's actually loading a lot of stuff, and I'm going to stop it because it's
Mm.
going to open the resource page. But the most important thing for us is the login here. It sends a status code of 302, and then you see a page for auth SVC, which is on this is on your
Okay. Yeah.
ISAM.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
And this is actually again redirecting 302, and it sends off to Gemalto,
Yeah.
and that is the
Yeah.
page that actually loads. For
Mm-hmm.
me on ISAM 9, what happens, it's just a login, and it's showing the response headers which are filled here, but it says the status code as 200 OK. And on the ISAM 8, it actually
Mm-hmm.
sends us 302, and it redirects properly to auth SVC. So I'm still trying to figure out because the code base is the same, everything is the same, and if unless there is something in the configuration which is preventing the service which is hosted on the with the reverse proxy configuration, and it's not actually redirecting, I need some more pointers to how to investigate this further.